Where's your strategy right now? Because I've seen some reports that you could, for instance, rent out the entire theater for a couple $100s. Now AMC is doing 15 cents. Where are we in terms of at least the pricing strategy once reopening becomes possible?
Yeah, our strategy is thinking about how do we create the safest environment for people to come back to the theaters. People really do want to come back. And so we have a couple different approaches depending on their needs. One is the private theater, but the second, I'm sorry?
Go ahead. For example, yeah.
Yeah. For example, we do have the private theater for those who want to come back with their group of friends, and that might feel better. And then for those that want to see either the repertory films or the new ones like Unhinged or Cutthroat City, we've got that available too.
Are you thrown at all by the degree to which Trolls worked in-home for our parent Comcast, or the way Mulan or even the Hamilton film appears to be working for Disney? I guess at the margin, do you see interest in the traditional cinematic experience eroding for the long term?
I think that people want content at home on screen, but people also want content in the movie theaters. They want to go out, have that big screen experience, opportunity to have dinner. And so I think that there's room for both. And I think that we're really well positioned to capture the in-cinema experience.
Shelley, a question from Kelly here, Kelly to Shelley. But my main concern when it comes to going to the movies, certainly eating indoors at a restaurant, which we're still not allowed to do around here, is sitting in the same kind of recycled air for that period of time. It's one thing to pass through a grocery store or a shopping mall, but it's another to be seated there for a couple of hours. Can you quell my concerns at all?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things. One, we've thought deeply about the whole process and how do you minimize every single touch point along the way, create as many opportunities for sanitation. So things that we've done is that we do require people to wear masks the entire time unless they are eating and drinking. The second is in a couple of our theaters, we have invested in the special types of HVAC filters to help with the recycled air. So we're trying to create experiences that are as safe as possible. And we believe that if people follow our procedures, that they will have a good experience. And then going back to the private theater, if you're don't want to be with, a broader public that is social distance, we put buffer seats between each group. You can rent the theater for you and your friends.
Hey, Shelley, do you think this is going to change the way movie theaters are designed and operated in the future?
It's hard to say, right? It's a crystal ball of what's going to happen. But I think it's an opportunity for all of us to get better. And I think that there will be ways that we do improve and evolve and change. And I look forward to those.
So when you think about the movie theaters that you expect to ideally open 5 years from now, is that plan, even just for you, about the same as what it would have been a couple years ago? Or are there features, whether we're talking about HVAC or we're talking about spacing between seats, that are going to be different now?
Yeah, I think that the safety standards won't change over time. I do think that new theaters will think about social distancing or distancing in a new way. It's just hard to speculate right now. Today, our focus is creating the best experience we can, getting reopened, and getting back into a position where we can start thinking about the future.